I read in a book written by a noble Sheikh, Sheikh Abdulaziz Sadhan. He has a book called Ma'alim fi Tariq Talab al-Ilm. I encourage you students of knowledge to read this book. I love this book. It's very good. And I encourage this book to be taught to the students of knowledge. There's so much benefit in there. Sheikh Abdulaziz Sadhan, Hafidhahullah, mentions a story that happened between who? Al-Allama Muhammad Nasiruddin al-Albani rahimahullah and Sheikh Hamoud ibn Abdullah Tuwaijiri. I remember when I was young, I was into reading the issue of the niqab, if it's wajib or not. I was into it. So I would sit down and I read the issue. Is it wajib? As you know, Sheikh Nasir rahimahullah ta'ala didn't believe that the niqab was wajib. So I hold the Sheikh with high regard. But I was on the side of those who were saying it's wajib. And between Sheikh Albani and Hamoud ibn Abdullah Tuwaijiri, there was big back and forth. If you read their responses to each other, there was really tough responses back and forth. When I read this book by Sheikh Abdulaziz Sadhan, it shows you the ulama the way that they are. He mentions in that book, whenever Sheikh Albani rahimahullah would visit Riyadh, whenever he would go to Riyadh, whose house would he stay? Sheikh Hamoud ibn Abdullah Tuwaijiri. The man in which they were disagreeing on the issue of niqab. And it wasn't just the issue of niqab. They disagreed on so many masail. They differed on both of them. And I promise you, when I read that in that book of Sheikh Abdulaziz Sadhan, I was shocked. Because I know the refutation, the words that were used against each other was tough. Very, very tough. And how could they meet each other? It was far-fetched. Are we all together, brothers? So we don't, and this is the problem when somebody takes knowledge only from books. When you just take knowledge from only books, you'll only see this, but you won't see what the scholars do in situations. As you know, Shaykh Al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala, he didn't believe putting your hands on your chest after the ruku'. He didn't believe that. And I read somewhere in the biography of Shaykh Albani, I don't remember where it was exactly, that he said, if I pray behind Shaykh Ibn Baz, I would do it. If I pray behind Shaykh Ibn Baz, I would put my hand on my chest. Because I believe that this man came to this decision based on what? At-taharri wal-ijtihad. Do you see, brothers? Yani the issue of disagreement, discussions, it's something that, ya ikhwas, can happen. وَلَا يَزَالُونَ مُخْتَلِفِينَ إِلَّا مَنْ رَحِمَ رَبُّكَ. People are going to disagree. We're going to see things in different ways. My opinion might be different to your opinion. Like in the reality, brothers, is we are not at a time as Muslims today to be disuniting on issues which are trivial. Disuniting on it. And the issues that we disagree on which are important, if those issues are masail ijtihadiyya, difference of opinions are open, have 2, 3, 4 days discussion. I'm more than happy to discuss it with you. At the end of the day, we're not allowed to disunite on it.